Aloha! Hawaiian Music Live presents Wala'au and Kanikapila. Here's your host, Bruddah Wade and Aaron Mikami.
How's it? Welcome to episode number 6. Wala'au and Kanikapila, Bruddah Wade, Aaron Mikami. How are you?
I'm okay. It's a beautiful day here in Hawai'i, and it's Aloha Wednesday. We're halfway through the work week if you are working. We are definitely working hard, and we have another awesome show jam-packed just for you in this 1 hour. Tell your family, tell your friends, tune in right now to Hawaiian Music Live here on Facebook or on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
We have incredible guests. In fact, Wade, how about introducing the first one?
Born into a musical family, Nathan Aweau's professional career started in the early 80s and included a 16-year stint with the legendary Don Ho. Here is talented musician, engineer, singer-songwriter, and multiple Nahoku Hano Hano Award winner, Nathan Aweau.
Kai hao vale anoi hilaloma kama hina pili kawae make yawe honia oi ike hama hina aloha Aloha, humehana Huanaka inoa o kamahina hina E ia ho ihi ha'i mai ke hiala Aolehu ia ono kia hamaila Hilaloma kama hina pili kawae Make yawe honia oi Ike hama hina Make yawe honia oi Ike hama hina Mahina
Hello, everybody. Such a beautiful day. We're on the 26th floor, and I want to look down. Since we're in Waikiki, you know what? I think I'll do a song in honor of Waikiki.
That's where I'm going, to my castle by the sea. coconut trees wave their palms to me. Yeah, yeah. What will I do if you leave me? What will I say? Walk with me and talk with me, Waikiki. Whoa, that's where I'm going, to the place where I was born. Trade winds they blow, calling out to me. What will I do if you leave me? What will I say? Walk with me, talk with me, Waikiki. Now to my hometown, Kaneohe. Kaneohe, ohu ohu ikaua mai nani. E oli no nei hapuni ka hunu ala. Paai ka mana ho Kaneohe, me ka nani o ku'uho me la. Ma ka le hauna palia o kolau, nani vali ku'uho me Kaneohe. Kuahiwi hanu hanu a o ko olau, I ka he ne vai o lula vila mani ala. Paai ka mana ho Kaneohe, me ka nani o ku'uho me la. Ma ka le hauna palia o kolau, nani vali ku'uho me Kaneohe. Ko mau ka vai, hulino lino mau, ke hone a e nei a kupu vai, e yeah yeah. Uala I na hono wa Kaneohe la, maali e ke kai me ka makani la. Paai ka mana ho Kaneohe, me ka nani o ku'uho me la. Ma ka le hauna palia o kolau, nani vali ku'uho me Kaneohe. Ko mau ka vai, hulino lino mau, ke hone a e nei a kupu vai, e yeah yeah. Haina I mai ana kapuana la, I ka alani nani vale ku'uho me ya. Paai ka mana ho Kaneohe, me ka nani o ku'uho me la. Ma ka le hauna palia o kolau, nani vali ku'uho me Kaneohe, Kaneohe.
That's Nathan Aweau right here on Vala'au and Kanikapila. He'll be back with more live music. If you're watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, mahalo for joining in and becoming part of the Ohana. Like, follow, and share with the world.
Coming up after the break, we go to Waimanalo with Kahi Kaonohi.
Hawaiian Music Live, Hawaii's internet radio, streaming a mix of Hawaiian music like you have never heard before. Traditional, contemporary, slack key, ukulele, and more. Globally engaging our communities through live Hawaiian music and events. For a calendar of where you can go to see live performances of Hawaii's incredible artists, visit hawaiianmusiclive.xyz. Wherever you listen and however you listen, please support Hawaii's music. Hawaiian Music Live.
We know you're ready to get out of the house for a much-needed staycation in Waikiki. Stay at the Imperial Hawaii Resort, located on Lure Street and just steps away from Waikiki Beach. Walk to everything in Waikiki. Family staycation, getaway for two, the Imperial Hawaii Resort has something for you. Local rates start at $149 per night and include free parking and no resort fees. Call direct at 808-923-1827 and ask for The Special.
Hey, aloha. It's Mikami of Hawaiian Music Live right here on location in God's country, beautiful town of Waimanalo. And of course, we're here at the hale of this gentleman right next to me, Kahi Kaonohi of the group Mauna Lua. How are you, bro?
Hello, guys. I'm good.
You know, you've been having this event every Sunday here on your huge property. I want to say about 10 acres right here in Waimanalo.
Yeah, it's about 20, but 20,000 square feet. That's it. Not acres, Bob. I wish it was acres.
Now, Waimanalo Sunset Jams.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
So, my wife and I were sitting on by that coconut tree one afternoon with Richard and Erica, and Richard said, "You know what, Kai? I don't want to leave. We have fun here. When they come, they stay over the weekend. We just have a blast." And he was like, "I gotta go back and I gotta do this live thing. We're doing this live thing with another group." And I just told him, "You know what do you need for it?" He said, "I need this and this and this." "Well, we got that. Just tell," and it was Darren and Moki. And I said, "Just tell them come over here and we'll do this live." So what happened was we did a live and nobody showed up because it was on a lockdown, like full on lockdown. But all the neighbors were all in their own yards. And you could hear cheering from the back roads. And it was just like chicken skin. I was like, we got to do this. We got to do this.
As far as the concept here at Waimanalo Sunset Jams, what is the concept for you guys? What is the purpose?
Basically, the purpose is to help out the musicians. When we first started it, it was to bring... have an area for musicians to be able to portray what they do. And then from there, it became more. So basically, it was just musicians helping musicians.
How are the musicians being care of?
We have a Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App. And basically, any funds that come in, we take care of our musicians, the people who help out sound, the video, and the house.
Okay, now for you, Trina, we have you. Your main thing was we did this interview. You want to get the people that help you with this event behind us. If you can, introduce everybody behind us.
Well, we have here Ilwane, Emilia Burns. They take care of our audio and sound. Kainoa and Kave Q, Leo, they do all our videoing. And King Sound, he does our projection for
But
us.
his last name is not Sound.
What is your last name?
Or hey, 76.
And this is our team.
As far as the community over here, how are they, I guess, being hospitable to you guys?
Our community has embraced what we are doing. They know what we're doing. We talk about it a lot to our neighbors. Like Sunday morning, everybody's like cleaning their yard, getting their chairs out. They want to enjoy the moment as well. People come and stop by occasionally and just talk about it and who's playing, and we love what you're doing. Please keep on doing it. So we really are very, and all we're doing is we want to share. Keep on sharing and blessing other homes and all of the people that can't come out, and that they want to stay home, and they're staying home in their houses, and we're live streaming. It goes right directly to them, so it's wonderful.
Anna, if you can real quickly, if people want to follow you on social media or watch this in the comfort of their own home, how can they do so?
So you can go ahead and watch. We have ours on Waimanalo Sunset Jams, and we're also cross-posting with Hawaii Music Live, Hawaii 105, Events.live, No AL Designers, and that's it.
For now.
Oh, and we also do have a link for those who do not have social media. So like for Kupuna and other people who don't like to be on social media, we have a link where they can watch as well.
How much longer do you guys think, you guys can keep this this concert series going on?
As long as we're trying to do it. We're gonna do it to August, and we'll see, because we do it outdoors. The weather is the factor, yeah. So we're just trying to maximize the whole thing. If the ua comes down, then it's kind of it defeats our purpose. So we're trying to get the best days we can out of it and maximize everything. So we're bringing out as many groups as we can during the, usually we're doing double headers now. We started off with singles, and now we're doing doubles, and we're just trying to get it out there. We're trying to bring our music, our Hawaiian music, our local style, R&B, and up-to-date music around the world, and this is how we're gonna do it.
If you guys do come down here, I gotta tell you, the safety precautions, you guys take all the necessary measures, 6 foot distancing from everyone. You have, when you walk in, there's hand sanitizer, there's someone walking around taking temperature of you, so it is safe. If you have a chance, come on down, support the music, and if you can't come down here, of course, you can watch it at home virtually, and of course, make sure to tip your musicians. Once again, Aaron Mikami right here from Hawaii Music Live. Waimanalo, right here. Aloha.
Aloha.
Awesome time right there in Waimanalo, and Kahi Kaonohi and his awesome crew, Waimanalo Sunset Jams. Yeah, I gotta tell you, the weather was perfect for, just to kick back underneath the beautiful skies out in Waimanalo, better known as God's country.
I wish I was there with you guys, man.
You know what? We're going this weekend again. You wanna go?
In fact, you talked to him about the lineup coming
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
right?
The lineup, in fact, we have it for you right here. We're gonna post it, and a lot of great music coming up there. Not only Hawaiian music, but like Kahi said, different genres of music gonna be at Waimanalo Sunset Jams coming up throughout the month of August. So if you guys can support them, go out there and listen to the music. If you can't do so, don't worry. You can always take care of musicians through their virtual tip jar, and they always post it on their feed with their Waimanalo Sunset Jams.
Yeah, follow them online, and when you're watching, make a donation. I love it because it's musicians helping musicians, and another place to showcase great music.
People were wondering when I was there if I was gonna sing that night, but I told them no, I'm not gonna sing yet.
Easy, Tiger, easy.
We're gonna hold off that for a special show coming up in December. It'll be my gift to you.
Wow. Okay. With that said, can we really get someone who can sing?
Okay, is somebody here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll let that person take over then.
Waiting in the wings. We throw it back. More live music with Nathan Aweau.
You want me to sing after that? Freaking Aaron, gee whiz. Here's a song off my latest CD, a piece that I wrote called Kipona Aloha. Kipono Aloha. This next song is off of my Aina Hanau CD. It's actually the very first Japanese song that I wrote. Like many of us Hawaiian musicians, we do travel to Japan a lot, and in my case, I do quite a bit. At one time, almost every month, until this pandemic happened. Just trying to make the best of it. But a few years back, the city of Nagaoka invited me to do a concert there to commemorate the bombing of World War II. And I remember the concert was awesome. We had a great time. And afterwards, when I went back to my hotel room, I had a dream, kind of a sad dream, sort of like a Romeo and Juliet dream, in fact. A couple was separated because of war. But they made a promise they would meet in heaven. So yes, for the past decade now, I've been teaching myself how to read and write Japanese. Doing pretty good at it. But like I said, I always wanted to write a Japanese song. So with the help of my good friend, Ai Ishida, she put the lyrics together for this song. The song is called Inori.
Ima kono toki taisetsu ni ikiyo yo じ毎日と嘆かないであの時夏に願ったよね今度は会えたらきっと綺麗ね夜空舞う花火はしゃぐ君が愛しくてたら抱き寄せたあの最後の夏約束したよね今度会えたらきっとごめんね幾千の涙がこぼれた8月僕らは風になり祈りを歌うよどうか今日も明日もずっと君に送る永遠の祈り祈りを捧ぐよどうか今日も明日もずっと君に送る君に送る君を送る永遠の祈り祈り
We know you're ready to get out of the house for a much-needed staycation in Waikiki. Stay at the Imperial Hawai'i Resort, located on Lure Street and just steps away from Waikiki Beach. Walk to everything in Waikiki. Family staycation, getaway for two, the Imperial Hawai'i Resort has something for you. Local rates start at $149 per night and include free parking and no resort fees. Call direct at 808-923-1827 and ask for The Special.
Hawaiian Music Live, Hawaii's internet radio, streaming a mix of Hawaiian music like you have never heard before. Traditional, contemporary, slack key, ukulele, and more. Globally engaging our communities through live Hawaiian music and events. For a calendar of where you can go to see live performances of Hawaii's incredible artists, visit hawaiianmusiclive.xyz. Wherever you listen and however you listen, please support Hawaii's music. Hawaiian Music Live.
Welcome back to Vala'o and Kanikapila. This is episode number 6. Bruddah Wade, Aaron Mikami, and our special guest today, musical guest, Nathan Aweau. Nate, good to have you, man. You know, you come from a musical family. I kind of want to touch on your dad a little bit because when I go back to high school, I know your dad taught at Farrington, which is where we both went to high school. Tell us a little bit about your dad.
He was a music teacher at Farrington forever. He himself grew up in a musical family. He had 6 brothers, 3 sisters. They all played music. My grandmother was a pianist. My other grandmother, my mother's mother, she was a pianist, organist as well. And my mother was a pianist as well, organist. So it just couldn't be helped. I became a musician. So yeah, my dad was, he loved music.
Yeah.
That was like totally everything for him, you know.
Was it something that he wanted you to pursue, or?
No. But I know one thing. When we were like 3, 4 years old, myself and my other siblings, we were kind of forced to take piano lessons. Which at that age, that's like the last thing I did in mind. I didn't want to do it. All I wanted to do was play baseball, go outside, whatever. But thank goodness, part of it rubbed off. As far as piano. As far as piano goes, I got to start all over again.
We could hear you.
Okay, good. Main thing. But it is what it is. I myself just enjoy music, everything about it,
So piano, but you kind of known for playing bass, but that's not the first instrument you played.
That was like actually the very last instrument I picked up from piano. Of course, when you grew up in Hawaii, everyone learns ukulele. I think when we were like 4th grade or so, 3rd grade. And of course, we had ukuleles at home. Picked up the saxophone and then the guitar and of course percussion instruments. Like I said, I grew up in a musical family, so growing up, you walk into the house, there was a piano, there was an organ. My father had vibraphones, and steel guitars. We had wind instruments. My sisters played flute, clarinet. I was a saxophonist, like I mentioned, and so it was like a music store in the house,
Yeah, and then you went on, picked up the bass.
The bass came just by mistake. I was dabbing in it when I was in high school. I was in a heavy metal band about 100 pounds ago.
Wait, I try to imagine Nate with long. You was rocking one mullet too.
What would you call that? The poly mullet. That was years ago. But I was in a heavy metal band. I was actually the second guitarist, and the first bass player we had was this cute little Japanese girl, and I had a huge crush on her. So we asked her, and she didn't play bass, of course, but only because we wanted her part of it, well, I did. But she last minute pulled out, so I was the odd man out because the other guitar player was way better than me, so okay, I had to pull bass. So I started learning bass little by little, and going to college, my main instrument was the saxophone, but I saw a guy playing bass that I've never seen before, this what they call slapping technique, and I was very intrigued with that style. And from then, my father, I remember he asked me if I wanted a car. I just graduated from high school, and he said, I wanted a car or you wanted like an instrument or whatever. And I went with the bass, and most of my friends were like, are you nuts? Get a but I didn't care as far as with a car. So I got my first bass, and from that point, I just started learning. I practiced every day. And to this day, it's 30-something years hence, and I literally practice every day still.
Wow.
I love practicing.
And
I know what it is, yeah.
we mentioned a little bit earlier in the show that you had a nice run with Don Ho.
Yeah.
16 years?
16 long years.
Tell us a little bit about those years.
I think for musicians, when you're a backup musician, it's very rare to be with one person for a long time. But there's a reason that, Don took care of his musicians. Of course, he was the boss, so he made it known that he was the boss, which is, of course, fine. But he took care of his musicians. Every time we'd go tour, when we would check into like the hotel or the resort, he would always, like, of course, the GM would come to greet him, at the front door. And one of the first things he would say is, make sure you take care of my boys, okay? He would always say that. So I always remembered that, So, and then not only just working with him and he taking good care of us, but the musicianship that was in the group. really enjoyed. Johnny Todd, who is an incredible jazz pianist. He lives in L.A. now. And Benjamin Chong, who was the original leader / guitar player of the group Ali's, we're good friends now after so many years. In fact, I'm going to go golf with him tomorrow. But those kind of musicianship that doesn't come along, too often. So for me to be in that mix and taking it all in, that's one thing I really enjoyed. It wasn't just a gig for me, it was on the job training, and I loved listening to these guys play and learning. Like little things, like maybe Benny did something on the guitar or Johnny did something on the piano. I would remember that, like, wow, that was a nice, cool move or cool run or whatever. I would go home and figure it out, go on the piano or go on the guitar and like, oh, that's what. And then my theory part in my head is going through and it's like, oh, I understand what they're doing. That kind of stuff gets me excited when it comes to music. Yeah.
Now, going back to high school, people don't realize that I played high school football.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, being at 5 feet, 6, 7 on a good day, 185 pounds when I graduated, or 175 pounds when I graduated. But I played O-line.
Huh?
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, believe it
Okay.
or not. But, I mean, look at you. People would think that you probably worked the clubs in Kalihi in high school, but you played football in high school.
I played many sports because I love sports. I wasn't really good at one, but I was on the baseball team, played football. I was on the track and field. I was on the wrestling team, on the judo team. I just enjoyed sports and music, so I was even part of the band. I was in the jazz band, but I never was in my father's choir. My father was teaching at that time choir, and the choir classroom was on one side of the school, and the band was on the other end. So I stayed far away from that side. But yeah, when it came to sports, I love sports. I used to even, like I said, played all the different sports except golf and tennis, and now that's all I'm doing.
Now, you said you had siblings. How many siblings do you guys have?
I have 3 sisters. Unfortunately, my oldest sister just passed a few months ago. And my brother, who's 15 years younger than me, who went to Iolani, graduated Iolani, yeah.
Wow. So you get pretty much a lot of people to look down to and tell them, hey, this is how you do it. You stay away from that building over there because that was over there. But we go to judo. We go to track. You have someone to play with at all times then, growing up.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good to know.
Yeah, I was a little kolohe when I was growing up. Well, okay, a lot.
So things haven't changed. No.
I'm a serious musician. But really, traveling musician, that's life for you. With the whole COVID-19, lockdown,
it's so weird.
How have you been keeping busy?
Golfing. No,
Or have you been keeping busy?
it's really weird because I've been a touring musician for 30 plus years. 6 months out of the year gone, literally. I rarely work here. When I do, it's fun. But when I'm home, I try to just stay home. So now all of a sudden to get the plug is just pulled and nothing, as far as not only work, but traveling and everything. Try the best you can by practicing, and I'm always writing music, so I'm always doing that kind of stuff. And of course, my wife gave me a to-do list, in mid-March, and I don't know where that list is right now.
I think we all had one of those lists. We might have all lost that list already.
On purpose, right? Oops. Wait, the dog ate it. Oh, wait, I don't have a dog.
Yeah, because when you say traveling musician, at that time in March, you were just about ready to do the tour. With
I was
George
in the middle of a
Kawamoku
tour.
And
In March, February, I was in Japan. Then from there, I went straight to the mainland, met Jeff Peterson and George Kaomoku, and we're planning on doing a 6-week stint, a 6-week tour from East Coast to West Coast and everything in between. We started off like maybe the first week of March, and by the time we got to Arizona, promoter calls us. We get the call, and they said, hey, we got to pull the plug. And came home the next day, grabbed the flight on the March 16th. Been home ever since. Yeah, it's a little weird. It's sad, But it is what it is, right?
does it allow you to concentrate on writing and maybe recording?
No. Well, the reason why I say no is because even though I would tour a lot, I've always even written a lot while I was on tour, and then I would bring my laptop and I had like a little interface, and I would bring some kind of system with me, a roll-up keyboard thing, so I could literally record something legit while I'm in the room, and sometimes I come up with some good stuff. So that's how I always travel that way. Yeah.
Now, collaborations with musicians. One memory that sticks out in my head has to be at the Hoko Awards when they announced, and now on stage, Nathan Aweau and Jake Shimbukuro. And you two guys really don't talk much at your shows. I mean, you guys are always solo artists performing and doing your craft. And then Jake takes the mic and goes, "Oh, bro, I always want to play this guy over here. This is my idol, bro. Growing up, bro, I love Nathan Aweau."
Be nice now. We want to get Jake on the show too.
No, and then he comes on and you said, "Oh, you better shut up or I'm gonna make you sing." And that was it.
You actually remembered that? Oh my goodness! I just totally forgot about that.
That was it. And then Jake was like, "Okay." So he started strumming so fast because he did.
I was wondering, like when we had sound check, he said he leaned over to the sound man at that time. Can you make sure to have a mic? And I'm like, why? We're not singing. I know I'm not singing. And you're gonna say, but anyway, so the mic was there, and I just didn't dawn on me. So he didn't say anything, right? So when they introduced us, and he started going into this gab, I'm like, what is he doing? And then he was like, oh no, okay, I'm embarrassed already, right? So, okay, I'll get you back. I'll make you sing. No, but you know what? That was awesome. I really enjoyed working. That was actually the first time I worked with him. So when Pali called me and he said, hey, he wants to pair me up with Jake. I said, oh yeah, sure. I would love to do something with him. So I remember he giving me a call and said, hey, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know. So he invited me to his house, went over. I think I was there for like 3-4 hours. We practiced for like 5 minutes. And the rest, all we was doing, just talking story, just about everything, about life and everything. Actually, really, one of my memorable times where I could sit down and actually talk with another musician and just, just be real, because that 5 minute of practicing was like, let's just do this song. Oh, okay, what key? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're good. And we just sat there talking, and that was it. And then, so what you saw was like half done of what we decided to do. We just kind of plugged in that night and said, okay, see you at the end. But it was awesome.
But it was incredible. No, definitely. And it's funny because you have Jake, who's this small Japanese guy on stage who hasn't put on a single pound since the Hoko Awards when he wanted Pure Heart. And then you have you on stage as a big brawny guy with the bass in your hand. But also I remember your performance at Kahula Nui. That collaboration at the Hoko Awards as well. And
yeah, that was another fun time.
Oh, slapping that bass. I mean, that's what you call slapping bass. I mean, wow, that was
fun.
We were watching that, from the crowd, and it's like, wow, if we can only do half of what Nathan does, but yeah, we can't do that. We'll just dream we can do that, of course, we'll just dream. Coming up this weekend is the Slack Key Festival.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's...
I wasn't even paying attention. I gotta look at my calendar. I'm sorry. You're probably right. I'm sorry.
We'll inform you that it's this Saturday.
Okay.
and you're performing.
Yes, I am.
I think probably through this pandemic, the way your schedule works is you're like, okay, Wednesday is Home Music Live, Thursday is golf at this golf course, Friday is this golf course. Oh, Saturday I have an event I gotta be at. So
perfect.
But yeah, so tell us about how you got into this, involved in the Slack Key Festival.
Oh gosh, it was from when I was with this group called Kael, actually. Yeah, the Slack Key Festival's been around for years, I want to say from the 70s. I might be wrong. I don't know exactly. But Milton Lau, I think he was the original promoter. And they used to hold it at Ala Moana Beach.
Wow.
What do you call that?
McCoy Pavilion? Was it in
I think it was McCoy,
Yeah.
the one right next to the tennis court.
Yeah.
That's where it started, and it was awesome. And I remember, like I said, I was with this group called Kaeo. I was just the bass player and then just listen. And that time was Rodney Villanueva, Glenn Smith, and Kenneth Makokane was the other guys in the group. And like I said, I just pulled bass, and we were one of the invitees to perform, and that was the first time I can remember that Slacky Festival. And since then, I've been getting calls back in when I was with Hapa as a soloist. And Milton Lau is a family friend from years ago. He used to play music with my father, actually, years ago. 'Cause Milton himself is a bass player, yeah. So there's a lot of times they would play in Waikiki. My father would play steel guitar or vibraphones, and Milton was pulling bass. So I knew him. I knew Milton from when I was a little kid, So again, we just kept in touch, and he invited me. I can play slacky, taro patch, but I wouldn't even consider myself a slacky artist because I'm horrible at it. And like I said, growing up in a musical family, my father taught me when I was like 4th, 5th grade, playing guitar. Taught me how to tune, and then of course taught me the technique. And you get into it and whatever, and then all of a sudden you listen to a heavy metal group or whatever, and you change the tuning back and you start playing that, But I can play a little bit, but like I said, I won't consider myself a slacky artist. But I'm very fortunate that Milton invites me to these things, because I enjoy it. I enjoy the camaraderie, hanging out with all the different musicians, and just balawing.
Yeah, it's this Saturday.
Right.
You want to find out more? I think it's Hawaiian Slacky Guitar Festival. Watch it on Facebook, and then you also do Sundays, 3:00.
Yeah.
On the Outrigger page.
Right.
For Kanikapila.
Right. I got invited to do Sundays about 3-4 months ago, and they asked me if I wanted to keep Sundays. I was like, I'm not doing anything Sunday afternoon.
Keeping busy.
Keeping busy, keeping the chops up as far as singing, because like I said, I practice every day, but it's basically my bass and a little bit of guitar here, but I'm never singing. I should. I really should. Shame on me.
Me too. I should sing too.
Let me know when you're going to do your special December. I don't want to be there.
I got you a special VIP seat. Don't worry. Right next to me on stage. You pulling bass for me.
Turn the bass up real loud.
And the mic real low.
Nate, before we let you carry on with a couple more songs here live, I want you to take a look at the screen. We have a surprise guest. Can you tell us who this guy is?
Some manong in the shadows.
Who is this guy right here?
How'd you get that?
Here on Vala and Kanikapila, we like to surprise our guests a little bit. I gotta thank your sisters.
I don't even have that.
What the? That's the Farrington tie-in. You can go and contact the sisters and ask them, hey, you guys get any pictures of Nate that not many people would have seen?
Or just maybe his family scene.
Nate, what, how old are you? Do you know how old you are in this picture? And
I want to say 6 or 7. That's a pretty homely looking boy. Oh my gosh.
Who would have known that guy would be a stud and a pro golfer? You know what I mean?
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Which one of you sisters did that? Lickens.
Oh, that's the best.
Man. Again, we appreciate you being on the show.
You. Thank you so much
for. I think we can make a time for a couple more songs. Ken.
Okay.
Shoot.
You want me to sing one with you or no? You sure?
Yeah, he can sing back up way back.
And solo.
Oh, man. All right, we'll get Nathan to get back and get ready for a couple more songs. Again, like, follow, and share if you're watching on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. Like, follow, and share. And, it's so good to have you here.
That's good. You got that picture.
You know what?
Nathan, I'm not involved in that picture at all. Letting you know, I had no knowledge of that whatsoever.
That's the Farrington High School connection. So
I mean, we know Kalihi was underground, but we didn't know it was like that underground. You know what I mean?
Reached out to his twin sisters, Grace and Judy, and Grace was nice enough to send that picture over.
Wow.
So,
I made the picture after for my phone, so when he calls, that's the caller ID. I said I want to put my phone up from now on.
Again, episode 6, it's Vala'au and Kanikapila, Aaron, Mikami, Bruddah Wade, and more music now with Nathan Aweau.
Hey, oh, kai kamawana, uai ke ui kaluli luli ukaniu, hai ke kamakani ola olo, me ku one hanaue. Ualohe ya wina mele, o kawa. Kahali a